This picture is important to me because it represents the day we got the keys to this building, but it also represents the day that I had saved myself out of 3 foreclosures. We were deep in it. You can't pay the bills. You know, you're paying for deposits on buildings and equipment, trying to get your dream built. And I'm on the phone in this picture. My wife is talking to me. She's furious that there's no money in the account. She's trying to take the kids to volleyball practice. We had 65 cents left to our name. Nothing. Mortgages are in foreclosure, and you're just saying, I gotta pull this off. I've raised as much money as I could through investors and through bankers, and I'm $500,000 short of living. So earlier today, I think it was sold, you know, innovation or die, and then he said, well, you won't really die. Yes, you will. I was going to die if I couldn't find $500,000 with no equity to give away, no debt to be able to raise. Banks do not lend to you when you're in foreclosure. I've learned that as well. And so, again, you go back to the bed and cry all night. And you know, these are those moments in business where you have to think disruptively, but you got to think, like, I'm not Netflix. I'm not going to start making major motion pictures and win Oscars. I'm a little business that's thinking, what does disruption mean to me? And how does it impact my business in a real, tangible way that other businesses can look in and benefit from? So at night, I went and laid in my bed and sobbed myself at 3 in the morning, and eventually I had a thought. And I called my business partner at 3 a.m. and you know, he's crying too. He answers first ring because he's crying in his bed. And he says, what do you got? And I said, what if we had 100 people and we charge them $5,000 a piece and we give them beer for life? Jazz hands. That's all I got. I don't have a brewery yet to pitch. I got nothing except a thought. In 2 years, I promise I'll have a brewery. It'll be great. I'll put your picture on the wall. You'll love it. But I really need $5,000 right now. And you know what was interesting about that and why I love sharing that story is some of the very first people to come through my doors and give me $5,000 for beer for life was Big Rock Brewery, who I started by stealing from. Yeah, they came in my doors and they said, listen, this isn't about the beer. They've never once come from the beer. They said, this is about, we can't do it alone. We're all trying to raise the bar for our industries. We're all trying to make a better place to create jobs and you know, to do something incredible in our industries, but we can't do it alone. And he said, you doing this and being loud and being passionate, we need it. We need that voice to be as loud as possible collaboratively. So my competition, the big guys, I'm a bug on the window, walks through my door and gives me a check for $5,000. That's something else. And so that wall that we have in our brewery now, that represents the, you know, now it's a nice big beautiful brewery. We've pulled it off, of course, but the stories on that wall of the people that gave us $5,000 are in just unbelievable stories.